How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Goldmine Scenes podcast. Today we got a few good things to talk about. I just wanted to start it off with something fun that happened this morning. I thought it was pretty hilarious. So, there was this post on Instagram. You know, it's just one of those many things of a son coming home to their parent or their father, whomever, from from the military, from combat or wherever, and they're all dressed up, and surprises them. It's very nice, and and I'm like, oh, like this is great, and you go down to the comments, and everyone loves it, except for like that one person who just talks mad shit. And over the years, and as of recently, I've come to appreciate them more and more because that is pretty fucking hard. I couldn't do that job, and I'm glad there's people that can do that. So I tip my hat to them. And this guy was just saying like the stupidest fucking shit, and then I just looked at the comments, and people are replying, and then there's this one guy who's like who's just talking, like he was commenting back to him, and then eventually he said, he said something like, oh, hang on. Excuse me, good lord. I just had, I apologize. But he said something like, he lives really close to the guy, so I can meet you up and stab you with a knife or something. And then instantly I was like, oh, I commented like, oh, like you're talking shit and you're threatening people. Sweet, reported. So I just reported him, took a screenshot, and I was like, this guy's fucking stupid. And then he just kept going and going and going with me and the other dude. And eventually, to both of us, he was like, I'll kill you. And so we both just reported him. And the guy is so fucking stupid that he told where his location was to the other guy. And since he was 20 minutes away from the guy. And so the dude, me and him were talking, me and the other guy that were, friendly, we're talking back and forth, and he was like, yeah, I just called the like 911, but like not like the really important one, the non-threatening one or whatever, and he was just saying, he's like, yeah, he said his location, where he was, his name's on Instagram, so you can just see his name right there. He just gave him his name and everything, and just told him where he was, and it's like, great, this guy's literally could go to jail just for fucking Instagram. You're a fucking idiot. There are so many stupid fucking people out there. Like, literally, you look like a 40-year-old trying to stay 25. You have nothing. Like, it looks like you have nothing. You showed one thing of playing poker, and then a selfie, and then he's just one of those people that shit posts on everything and talks mad shit because he has nothing else to do in his life. He's one of those sad people that has to go to like the really actually heartwarming stuff and just talk shit because he has nothing else to do. And that was pretty enjoyable, just because how arrogant and ignorant this guy was, and how stupid he was. He was saying all this threatening shit and then saying his location. It's like, okay, well, hey authorities, there's this guy saying a bunch of shit and threatening people, saying he'll kill them. So go on over there and check him out. Like, you are so fucking stupid, and it gave me a good laugh this morning because it's like, yeah, it's the internet and you can say whatever you want. And he's like, oh, you don't believe in freedom of speech? You must be like a. He said something, and I'm like, go for it, say what you want. Like, I didn't say anything about that. I'm just saying, say what you want, bro. Like, you can put words in your own mouth. I didn't say nothing. All I said was, you're fucking stupid, and now you're reported because you're threatening people and saying you'll kill them to multiple people, including myself, on the internet. You are so stupid. And then saying, come to my location and fight me. It's like, really? Oh my god. Some people just should not be on the internet, and he was one of them. But that was my morning. I don't have a lot of topics pulled up. There's like 5. Yeah. But I like them quite a bit. Some The last two I didn't read. The first three I did. But the first one, um, whatever. This one I'm super fucking. I squealed like a small child when I saw this. It says Bruce Campbell. If you don't know who he is, he plays Ash Williams in Evil Dead, Army of Darkness. There were two Evil Dead games. There was a series on Stars that was canceled, unfortunately. But it says Bruce Campbell returning to Ash Williams for upcoming video game. And I am so happy about that because I love the character. Bruce Campbell is a great actor. He was also on Xena, Burn Notice. He was on a bunch of shit, and he's a hilarious guy. And the video games are incredibly fun. I played the first two. I didn't beat the first one, but I beat the second one. Dude, if you guys haven't played those, go play them. They're on PS2, or you can probably get them on original Xbox. But I'd recommend PS2. And oh my god, I lost my shit when I fucking saw this. Let's see, there's not a lot in the whole article, but yeah, I'm really fucking excited to see this. It just talks about how there's gonna be a game. No one really knows who it's gonna be made by, but man, it's gonna be fucking great. I can't wait for that. Let's see. Hang on, this fucking thing's being stupid. I'll worry about that later. Oh, here we go. Hang on. Here we go. Boom. There we go. Okay, next one. I mean, I'm not going to say a lot about this. I just think it's silly that people bring it up. How it says, Elon Musk smokes weed on a comedy show. That's what the title of the article says. He was on the Joe Rogan Experience, which is a podcast that I listen to all the time. And I highly recommend it to anyone out there who's listening to this to go listen to that. He's probably the most one of the most popular podcasts out there. You could call it a comedy show, but I mean, it's just a podcast. I wouldn't call it a comedy show because he has people on there that aren't comedical. You know, they're like scientists or doctors or professors and stuff. He has all sorts of people on there. But it's like it's just silly how everyone brought it up. How let's see, it was right, where was it? It says right here. Shares of the car maker fell 1.4% in the trading before U.S. exchanges opened. Those are just the fucking whiny little bitches that are he smokes weed. Okay, first of all, if you watch the video, he takes a hit but kind of just holds it in his mouth for a second, and he's like, maybe he breathed. Of course, he probably did breathe in a little bit. No matter what, even getting it in your mouth, it gets in saliva, and you still maybe got a buzz. But he was drinking rum, I think, or whiskey throughout the whole show with Joe. So why aren't you complaining about that? That's that used to be illegal, and it can really fuck you up in the future. And yeah, you could probably say the same thing about weed, but I mean, it's not like Elon's been, doing it for years. He just took one. It's legal. It's like drinking, a glass of wine or something, or like they're doing their drinking whiskey or rum, whichever. And he barely took a hit, and he was like, okay, whatever, He wasn't like, oh, it's crazy, and he wasn't like, oh, fuck this. He was just like, I mean, cool, whatever. And yeah, people are just being little babies about it, and I think it's silly, but that's the world we live in currently. This next one, I thought it was just the title, like how some of the people were talking about it. How it says Louis C.K.'s controversial comeback attempt explained, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. Let's see. I just wanted to read like the things that the people posted on, like I think they posted on Twitter or Instagram or something. But it said like one of the guys. Let's see. I do kind of like this one. I don't really, not like, it's just like whatever. It's not one that I'm like, oh, whatever, like dislike or like, but it's neutral, I guess. It says, I don't know why it starts with this. We'll take heat for this, um, but people have to be allowed to serve their time and move on with their lives. But that I did agree with. He did, and he tried to come back, and the people who were there watching enjoyed his stuff, and that was that. He did a little 15-minute spot, nothing crazy, and he was done. Um, and apparently, people have a problem with that, and the only reason I think they have a problem with that is because we live in such a fucked up society right now with this PC shit. Yes, it was bad, the stuff that he did definitely was, and you can't forget all the other people who actually did really bad stuff because that was terrible. But you know, his wasn't his wasn't the worst thing ever. It was just really fucking weird and just not right. It wasn't the most weird shit in the world and horrific. To some people it might be, but to most it was like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? You're fucking stupid. It's like that. And um, I feel like I think he was gone for 5 months, 6 months. I feel like that was long enough. So people forgave him, and that was that. I mean, that's how you move on. I mean, like for example, Joey Diaz. He did a lot of bad shit in his day, and he was actually convicted of a crime, and it was like something like kidnapping with something else with like two other things I think, and that's pretty bad, right? He did his time, and he's come back, and he is a completely changed guy. Yeah, it's a kind of a different subject, but this was still that's still incredibly bad. Kidnapping someone, beating them up, doing all sorts of terrible shit. That's pretty bad. And he came back. He did his time in prison, and he came back, and he's been doing comedy since the '90s. I can't remember exactly when, but since the '90s, early '90s, I think. And he is an incredibly funny, loving, this great person. And why can't you give Louis a chance? He did his time. People have forgiven him, and he's trying to come back. Hopefully, he doesn't do the same thing he did, because it would be fucking stupid, and then I don't think anyone would forgive him. But I don't see why he can't come back. Um, Another guy, Michael Che, he's a SNL guy. I like him, but I don't. If I recall, I don't really like what he said. He says Louis C.K. can be shamed, humiliated, lose millions of dollars, lose all of his projects, lose the respect of a lot of his fans and peers, and whatever else that comes with it, with what he did. But since he can still do a comedy set for free at a 200-seat club a year later, it means he got off easy. How does that mean? And then it says, in a series of now deleted Instagram posts, that's how coveted fame is. I don't think he got off easy. I don't think he got off easy. Like you just said, shamed, humiliated, lose millions of dollars, lose all his projects, lose respect of lots of his fans and peers, and whatever else that comes with what he did. He did. He lost all of that. Don't say can be, say he was. He was. That all of that did happen. And then you just say that it can happen, but he can still do comedy for free. He just did a 15-minute thing. Of course. Like, it's good that he did it for free. Why? It would be fucking stupid if he expected to get paid, you know? So I find it courageous, I guess you could say, in a way, that he just, was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And do 15 minutes. I'm just going to go up, do it, and see how they take it. And I find that really cool. I mean, I would hope that he did that. I wouldn't hope that he charged people and it was going to be a new special right away. Is that what you want? Do you want to? You can't, because he did lose all of those things, and all those things did happen to him that you said. But you phrase it in a way that make it seem like it didn't happen, and it did. So what's the? I don't. Yeah, I think that's why he deleted it, because it just doesn't make any fucking sense. That's how it doesn't to me. So that's why I didn't agree with it, because he did lose all that shit, and he can't. A year, a year is fine for standing in front of someone and jacking off. A year being away is fine. He didn't rape someone. He didn't like fucking. He didn't do something horrible. Like, to some people, that what he did might be horrible, but it's not in compared to everything else that could have possibly happened. So I think a year is fine. A year is a long time to just disappear from everything, and that happened to that had to happen in front of him and his family too, and he has daughters. So I think he got enough shit for it, and did all of that, lost and got all that stuff that you said. So probably, I don't know. I wouldn't have said that, because I probably feel differently about it. But then you'll get all the PC people throwing shit at me. Oh, blah 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 blah. I don't even want to get into it. Um, and then like this chick. But for others, CK's appearance was a travesty. And these are the people that I was talking about. That when they took him down, they, like all the other people, they want them gone. They want, fuck you, fuck your career, fucking disappear, fuck, you're ruined, get the hell out of here, you're a piece of shit. Like, that's what they want. They don't want you to ever come back. And this lady, excuse me, she said, comeback is not the right word for what is being floated here. Um, a comeback implies a hero's journey, an adventure, a transformation, a triumphant return. This feels more like a. I read this earlier, but of course I'm not smart enough to fucking say this word. Malignancy. I don't know. Probably just being like, this is horrible. This is horrific. We try to cut men like this out of public life, but 9 months later, we get a call with the bad news. See, we try to cut men like him out of public life. They want him gone. And, I don't think he deserves that. A lot of other people do, like Harvey. He deserves to be fucking lined up against the wall and shot, if you ask me. And I'm sure she would agree with that. But not Louis. I just don't. I don't know. I don't. Okay, I need to shut my fucking window, because this fucking beeping is annoying the shit out of me. Fucking neighbors always working on cars and shit. But that's what you gotta deal with, am I right? But anyways, this fucking, let's see. So she's calling him pretty much like a cancer. And it's like, fuck you, lady. And then she'd probably go, oh, you support him and all of his things that he did. You're fucking no, shut your fucking mouth. That's not no. I didn't say any of that. You're saying that because you wanted to think that, and you wanted to start some shit. Nah, fuck you, bitch. That's not at all what I think. But I'm not even gonna tell you, because you don't deserve my time of day. Goodbye. But, anyways, I didn't read this. I just thought it was interesting. Batman. Sorry, I was a bit close to the mic there. Batman Arkham developer Rocksteady job listings hint at a highly anticipated AAA game for next gen, and that sounds cool. I didn't really ever play Batman Arkham. I think I played one. The first one, didn't really like it because it was like the first one. The first one's never the greatest, you know. But I know people love it. I know it is a great series, so I just thought that was fucking interesting. Since there's a lot of job listings, it looks like they really excuse me, they really want to make a new game. Get a lot of new people on board so they can make a new next gen game, which would be cool if they made, you know, like another superhero game or anything. I'd be down to play it, because I know they make good games. And this last one, fucking Papa Bad, get out of my face. Oh my god, Oh my god. What is this? No, fuck. No, it's some stupid shit. God damn it. It said something about AI putting really high tech AI shit in games and whatnot, like chips or something. I can't remember exactly because I didn't read it. And then some fucking stupid pop up ad ruined it all. Just changed it all up. But I was gonna compare that to Small Soldiers, which is I fucking love Small Soldiers. If you haven't seen Small Soldiers, it's pretty much a movie about little army toy, action figures, like the 12-inch, maybe, yeah, 12-inch action figures, and then they these army guys against these probably like you'd probably like call them mystical creatures or something, but the Gorgons against the Commando Elite with Major Chip Hazard, and I don't know why, like that wasn't the original idea when the guy pitched it in the movie. Like when you're watching the movie, he pitches it as this thing, and then the lead guy comes up and he's like, "Nah, these two need to fight each other," and then boom, it just did that because the guy didn't give a fuck about the creator, and yeah. And what happened was they put these 1000X or whatever chips in the toys, and they were military grade processors which turned the toys on, and they were just really smart, and they walked around, and everything, and all the Commando Elite toys come, out of their boxes and completely destroy all the Gorgon toys. And when the kid goes back to their store that have all the toys, it looks like someone robbed them, and there's only like one each, like one of the characters each alive. So yeah, there's probably I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 6. I think 6. Yeah, 6 Gorgons. So there's only one of each, and the Commando Elite have all their toys. Because eventually they get a hold of a shipment truck, and then they unload the whole shipment truck, and there's a whole fucking shipment of Commando Elite. And dude, it's the best toy movie ever. If you grew up with like action figures and army toys and just anything, it's the best fucking movie ever because your mind just runs wild forever and wanting that to happen in real life. If I woke up and my toys were fucking fighting, that would have been the coolest shit in the world. Do you realize that? And oh my god, I wanted it so bad to happen, and I always will to the day I die. Hopefully someday I can see it happen. That'd be fucking awesome. But yeah, I was gonna compare those two, and I was like, what if you put that shit in a video game, and then in the video game they start becoming so smart they get out of the video game and start fucking up the internet, man? What if they take over the internet? Yeah, like that would be fucking insane. I don't think it would ever happen, but you know what I'm saying. That I just thought that'd be really fucking cool, and yeah, that was my comparison to that. But yeah, to be honest, that's all I have to talk about, and I'm surprised I'm only 23 minutes in. I was trying to go at least 30, but I mean, yeah, that's all I really have to talk about. I'm not working right now. I have a job, but I'm waiting to go to work. Whenever that fucking is. Other than that, I mean, I'm just hanging out. What the fuck was it? I can't fucking remember. I started a new No Man's Sky file and put more time into that than I did my original file, and I have even more shit. I got a freighter. That's fucking cool. Other than that, I mean, still, I'm trying to find a second job. I really want to fix my fucking car. Other than that, I think that's all we got for today. So thank you guys for listening. Tune in next time, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day.